Did you know that nearly 60% of women after 45 quietly admit they feel less connected to their partner even when love is still there? They say, "I still care deeply, but something feels missing." And the truth is, it's not about effort or romance fading, it's biology. After midlife, hormones shift, blood flow slows, and nerve sensitivity changes in ways most couples never discuss. That's why so many women describe the same quiet distance, a feeling that closeness takes more effort than it used to. But here's what few realize. While some areas of sensitivity fade, others remain just as responsive, even more so. They just move. I'm Dr. Lily Stones, a board-certified gynecologist with over 30 years of experience helping women through menopause and beyond. And today I want to share something hopeful, grounded in both science and compassion. There are 4 small, often overlooked places on your body that still hold powerful connections to your brain's bonding chemistry. Gentle attention to these areas can reactivate oxytocin, the hormone that helps you feel safe, calm, and deeply connected. This isn't about tricks or performance. It's about understanding how your body speaks differently after midlife and how your partner can learn to listen to that new language. Because the truth is, intimacy after 40 isn't gone. It's simply rewritten by your hormones, your nervous system, and your lived experience. Let's begin with one of the most underestimated areas, the nape of the neck, that soft curve where your hairline meets your shoulders. Many women overlook it. Yet, it's one of the richest nerve zones in the upper body, closely tied to the same brain centers that regulate memory, emotion, and trust. When a gentle kiss lands, they're not rushed, not forceful. It can quiet your stress response almost instantly. In medicine, we describe this as shifting from the sympathetic state, the fight-or-flight mode, into the parasympathetic, the rest and receive mode. That's the very condition your body needs before intimacy can even begin to feel natural again. So when your partner takes a moment to move your hair aside, pauses, and holds a kiss, there's something powerful happens, not in fantasy, but in physiology. Your breathing slows, your heart rate steadies, your body feels safe. I've seen this countless times in my clinic. Women who thought they had lost their spark realize it wasn't gone. It was just hidden beneath layers of tension, caregiving stress, and hormonal transition. Once they start reconnecting through gentle, low-pressure touch, their desire begins to wake up naturally without pressure or guilt. It's a reminder that pleasure after menopause isn't about chasing what used to be. It's about creating the right internal environment for your body to respond again. And that starts with safety. The nape of the neck, while simple, sends one clear message. You are safe, you are seen, you can relax. Now, if you're watching this, take a quiet moment tonight. Breathe deeply. Touch the back of your neck yourself. Notice how your shoulders drop, how your jaw unclenches. That's the nervous system responding in real time. When you share that same calm with your partner, the connection you thought was fading begins to rebuild itself one gentle signal at a time. So let me ask you this. Have you noticed changes in how your body responds to touch since menopause? I'd love for you to share in the comments below. Your story might help another woman feel less alone. When women tell me, "Dr. Lily, I want to feel close again, but I don't know where to start," I often guide them to one of the gentlest and most underestimated areas of the body, just behind the ear. It may sound simple, almost insignificant, but biologically, this small crescent of skin is one of the most powerful calming zones in the entire nervous system. The skin there is thin, filled with delicate nerve endings that connect directly to the vagus nerve, which controls how your body handles stress. When that area is kissed or touched slowly, it sends a message straight to your brain. You're safe, you can soften, you can breathe. Science confirms what women have felt for centuries. Gentle contact behind the ear can actually increase oxytocin, the hormone of trust and bonding, while lowering cortisol, the hormone of stress. In plain terms, that one small gesture helps your body shift from tension to tenderness. Many of my patients in their 50s and 60s describe the same experience. After years of focusing on the practical parts of life, raising families, careers, caring for parents, their nervous system becomes trained for responsibility, not relaxation. So when intimacy begins, their body hesitates. It's not resistance, it's protection. But when touch starts from a calming point like behind the ear, the body finally gets permission to participate again. There's also something deeply emotional about this spot. Think about how many times in your life someone leaned in to whisper something kind or personal near your ear. The warmth, the closeness, it's a space of confidence and trust. So when your partner touches that area gently without words, it reawakens the same feelings, safety, affection, and belonging. Technique matters as much as intent. Quick, playful contact might work when we're younger, but after 40, our nervous system craves a slower rhythm. A soft breath, a light kiss, or even just resting near that area long enough for warmth to sink in can be far more powerful than anything hurried. The body recognizes patience as love. I often remind couples that communication enhances this process. If you enjoy that gentle attention behind the ear, say it. Share what feels good. That's not being demanding, it's being connected. When your partner learns that calm and slow touch makes you feel cared for, both of you begin to relax. Anxiety fades. Laughter returns. The pressure to perform disappears. From a medical point of view, this kind of nurturing contact doesn't just build emotional closeness, it improves overall well-being. Oxytocin lowers blood pressure, supports better sleep, and even strengthens immunity. So what feels like affection is also quiet medicine for your nervous system. One of my patients, a woman named Carla, once told me, "After menopause, I thought I'd lost interest in touch. But when my husband started focusing on smaller, slower gestures like breathing near my ear, it wasn't about desire. It was about feeling safe again. And when I felt safe, everything else followed." That's the heart of intimacy after midlife. It's less about excitement, more about safety, presence, and communication. Because once the body feels seen and valued, it starts responding naturally. If you've ever experienced that soft calm when someone kisses or whispers behind your ear, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Did it make you feel closer? Did it help you relax? Sharing your story might give another woman courage to rediscover that connection too. Next, we'll move to another surprisingly powerful area, one that sits in plain sight every single day, yet holds the key to calm, confidence, and connection. Most women never think of their inner wrist as part of intimacy. It's where we wear a watch, check our pulse, or reach for something without thought. Yet this small area right where the skin is thinnest and your pulse gently beats is one of the most emotionally charged and biologically sensitive places on the body. The inner wrist is rich in sensory receptors and tiny blood vessels. When touched softly, even for a few seconds, it sends a signal through the nervous system that immediately lowers stress and increases calm. In fact, light stimulation along the inner wrist activates the same parasympathetic pathways responsible for slowing heart rate, easing tension, and restoring balance. It's one of the quietest yet most powerful ways to help your body feel safe again, a condition that must exist before true closeness can return. I've watched this change happen in real time. In clinic, when women talk about feeling disconnected, I sometimes have them rest their own hand lightly over their wrist, breathe slowly, and just notice the warmth and rhythm beneath their skin. Within moments, their shoulders soften, their jaw unclenches. It's the body's built-in reassurance that life and connection still flow there even after menopause, even after years of caregiving or stress. This spot carries deep symbolism too. For centuries, the pulse has been seen as a sign of vitality, proof that the heart is still strong. So when a partner pays gentle attention to that area, it communicates something far more profound than attraction. It says, "I see your strength. I recognize your heartbeat." For many women, that small acknowledgement means more than any grand gesture because it touches both biology and emotion at once. The technique here should always be unhurried. A kiss on the inner wrist shouldn't feel performative. It should feel like presence. A partner can hold your hand, pause, and let the warmth linger before gently pressing their lips to that pulse point. No rush, just breath and stillness. That's when your nervous system truly listens. That's when oxytocin rises and the body begins to trust again. And it doesn't have to happen only in the bedroom. The beauty of this gesture is that it fits into everyday life. A quiet moment on the couch, a gentle hold while walking, a small pause before saying good night. When woven into ordinary routines, these simple touches begin to rebuild a sense of continuous safety and connection. One woman I spoke with, Maria, told me something beautiful. She said, "My husband started holding my wrist during dinner when we talked. No agenda, no words, just that. And somehow I stopped feeling invisible." That's the quiet power of this area. It reconnects you to being seen and valued without pressure. Touching the wrist also helps many women sleep better, breathe more easily, and carry less tension in their day. It's not magic. It's your nervous system remembering how to downshift. So, tonight, as you unwind, place your own hand over your inner wrist. Take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale slowly. Notice how your pulse feels steadier, how your mind softens. That's your body responding to attention, not stimulation. If you've ever experienced comfort from a partner's hand or kiss on your wrist, tell me in the comments below. How did it make you feel safe, calm, connected? Your reflections might help another woman see that intimacy can begin in the smallest, gentlest places. In the next part, we'll explore something deeper. The vulnerable zones that many women over 40 avoid, yet when approached with care and patience, can become the most healing pathways back to confidence and closeness. As women move through their 40s, 50s, and 60s, many start avoiding certain areas of their body, not because they've stopped caring, but because those places now carry layers of vulnerability. Maybe it's the soft skin near the collarbone, the curve of the stomach, or the hips that have changed after childbirth or surgery. These areas often become symbols of insecurity, but in reality, they are also the most powerful gateways to emotional connection if approached gently with patience and respect. One of the most meaningful of these is the hollow just below your collarbone. This delicate space close to the heart responds deeply to soft attention. From a biological standpoint, the skin here is thin and rich in nerve endings that connect to the emotional centers of the brain. When kissed or touched gently, it can quiet the body's defenses and spark feelings of safety and affection. Emotionally, the gesture feels like being cherished, not for appearance, but for presence. After menopause, when many women fear they've become invisible, this kind of touch whispers, "You still matter." Another overlooked area is the inside of the elbow, the small bend of your arm. Few realize how sensitive it is. The skin there is soft, often cool to the touch, and packed with receptors that respond vividly to gentle pressure or warmth. When a partner traces that space lightly or places a slow kiss there, the nervous system reacts almost instantly, sending shivers of awareness down the spine. It's not about excitement, it's about awakening. That little reminder that your body is still capable of feeling deeply. Then there are the hips and lower abdomen, the places that often hold both history and hesitation. Many women tell me I don't want to be touched there. It reminds me of how much I've changed. But from a physiological point of view, those regions contain dense networks of sensory fibers and fascia linked to circulation and muscle tone in the pelvis. When touched gently without expectation, the brain begins to replace self-consciousness with acceptance. It's the body learning to say, "I can relax here again." What makes these riskier spots so powerful is that they blend sensitivity with meaning. The body remembers every emotion, every season of life. So when your partner approaches these areas with patience instead of pressure, it rewrites old messages of judgment into ones of safety and value. I've seen this shift change entire relationships. Couples who used to avoid touch rediscover how healing it can be, how laughter and curiosity return once fear dissolves. But timing matters. These areas should never be rushed. They belong later in intimacy once the nervous system already feels calm and secure. Without that foundation, they can feel invasive. With it, they can feel profoundly affirming. It's why I always tell couples communicate. Ask, "Does this feel comfortable?" That one question builds more trust than any romantic word ever could over time. Safe, gentle contact in these areas can even improve physical well-being. Regular, nurturing touch helps reduce cortisol, increase circulation, and ease muscular tension in places that quietly carry stress. It's not just emotional, it's biological healing too. One of my patients, Ellen, told me, "When my husband began touching my stomach gently instead of avoiding it, I cried. Not because it was sensual, but because for the first time in years, I felt accepted." That kind of acceptance restores far more than desire. It restores peace. So if you find yourself avoiding parts of your body out of habit or self-consciousness, I invite you to take one small step. Stand before a mirror, place a hand over your collarbone or hip, and breathe. That's all. You don't have to love every inch. Just acknowledge it. Over time, that small act of compassion softens the edges of shame and reopens the door to connection. Tell me in the comments, has there ever been a part of your body you learned to appreciate again later in life? Your honesty might help another woman rediscover her own confidence. In the final part, we'll explore one simple gesture. No words, no intensity, that quietly rebuilds trust, safety, and warmth. A touch so ordinary it's often ignored, yet it may be the most healing of all. Not every expression of closeness has to be a kiss or a caress. Sometimes the most powerful form of intimacy is the quietest one, a simple hand resting on the lower back. At first glance it seems ordinary, but after years of listening to women in their 50s, 60s, and 70s, I've learned that this gesture carries profound meaning. The lower back supports the weight of our lives, literally and emotionally. It's where we store tension from long days, family responsibilities, and years of holding everything together. So when a partner places a gentle hand there, not to guide or control, but to reassure, the nervous system immediately responds. That small act signals safety, steadiness, and support. Biologically, it helps activate the parasympathetic system, lowering cortisol, easing the muscles that have been guarding for too long, and restoring calm. Many of my patients describe the same moment of relief. One woman told me, "When my husband rests his hand on my back as we walk into church, I breathe easier. I don't know why, but it feels like he's saying, 'You're not alone.'" That's exactly how the body interprets it. It's not about passion, it's about presence. This kind of touch is subtle but transformative because it weaves intimacy into everyday life. A hand at the small of the back while walking through a doorway, a gentle rest during a dance, a supportive touch while standing in the kitchen. These gestures tell your body you are seen, you are safe. And repeated often enough, they retrain the brain to associate closeness with comfort rather than performance. The psychological message matters as much as the biological one. For women after menopause, when the body feels unfamiliar, the mind often whispers doubts about beauty, worth, or desirability. A calm, steady hand on the back answers those doubts without words. It reminds you that affection can exist without expectation, that partnership is built on care as much as chemistry. There's also a physical benefit. The muscles along the lumbar spine are some of the most overworked in the body, especially after years of sitting caregiving or stress. Gentle pressure there encourages blood flow, releases tension, and even helps posture. You stand taller, not just in body, but in spirit. One couple I worked with made this a nightly ritual. Every evening before bed, they take turns placing a warm hand on each other's lower back, breathing together for a few seconds. After a month, both noticed better sleep, fewer arguments, and a renewed sense of partnership. It wasn't magic, it was biology meeting intention. You see, true intimacy after 40 doesn't come from doing more. It comes from doing less, but with presence. Every kiss on the neck, every whisper behind the ear, every touch on the wrist or hip, they all build to one message. You are safe, loved, and not forgotten. When you combine those gestures with the steadiness of that quiet hand on the lower back, something shifts. The body relaxes, the mind opens, and connection begins to flow again naturally, peacefully, and without pressure. So tonight, whether you're with a partner or simply caring for yourself, place your hand gently on your lower back. Breathe deeply, feel your own warmth there. That's your body remembering how to feel supported. Because intimacy after 40 isn't lost, it's rewritten. The nape of the neck, the space behind the ear, the inner wrist, the tender areas of the collarbone and hips, and finally, the grounding comfort of the lower back. Each one tells the same story. That connection isn't about youth, it's about trust. And when your body feels safe, love has room to return. If these ideas resonate with you, I'd love for you to share your reflections in the comments. Have you discovered a gesture that makes you feel calm or connected again? Your words may be exactly what another woman needs to hear tonight. And before we close, let me remind you, this video is for educational purposes only. It does not replace medical advice. Every woman's body is unique. If you are experiencing pain, significant changes, or have personal concerns, please consult with your healthcare provider.